Welcome to the Shit Show with Joe Bosco, a podcast about pet waste removal franchises served with a side of humor. Hosted by Joe Bosco, the passionate owner of Yard Sweepers, this series delves deep into the nitty-gritty of the pet waste removal industry and beyond. Whether you're knee-deep in the business or eyeing a franchise opportunity, we've got you in the little black bag. And here's your host, Joe Bosco.
Hey guys, welcome to the Shit Show with Joe and Brian and Doug and Joe. And unfortunately, Victoria's not here. She will be missed. Yeah, she's working. Anyway, Brian, how are you?
I'm doing well. How's it going?
Good, good. Doug?
Good.
Good.
Very good.
Joe, man behind the curtain? He's good. He looks good.
Good.
So good. Hey, always want to start with this. Remember why we do this. We want to bless someone with the knowledge and, honestly, the financial freedom we have gained throughout the journey of owning our own business. Yeah, I did write that. That's why it sounded like I wrote it. Wouldn't it be great if we're sitting here interviewing the guy who or the girl who got the first one and listened to what we told them, and all of a sudden in a year they got this, six-figure business just because they took a chance. So that's always a possibility. And remember to like it. No, that's at the end I do that. Yeah, never mind. Hey, how are you, Brian?
Is that at the end?
Yeah, I got to do like it and subscribe it. Smash the shit out of that like button.
You can do it whenever, but yeah.
All right, like it and subscribe to YouTube. Smash the shit out of that like
You've
button.
already done it.
5-star review.
And
Got
now
it.
it's done.
It's okay.
When should they lick it though?
What?
Woolworth.
After subscription.
Oh, we're now on TikTok. Hello. Like we haven't mentioned TikTok enough. Anyway. So yeah, what's the theme today, Brian?
Well, thank you for asking.
Sure.
Sir.
That's why I'm here.
So last week's episode was Halloween themed, holiday themed, and you guys came in some amazing costumes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, have you saw that?
And by amazing, I of course mean mediocre.
At best.
This week's episode.
You look like Major Nelson, by the way. That's what I wanted to tell you. Anyway, good talk.
I don't know who that is.
Last week when you jumped, you were dead to me. I Dream of Jeannie.
Is that 50 years ago?
Actually, thanks a lot. Yeah.
You know what? Actually,
Over
I
50.
think longer.
Yeah.
Oh, so before
Before time began. Exactly.
dinosaurs.
So I'm sorry.
This week's theme is bags, bags, bags.
Yeah.
Mr. Joe Bosco.
Nice.
We're going to be talking all about bags. I guess bags are kind of important when it comes to the Yard Sweepers business.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it, but yeah, every pet station that we service has the pickup bags and the trash bags, and we do hundreds of them a day. So the amount of money we spend on bags, it's always great to find out, where do you get them? Where's the best price? And it took us years to figure out the right, vendor and the person that you deal. Like I'm real big on not face to face, but not just sending an email. Hey, I need to order this. Just go to the website. I'm like, yeah, no. Hey, how are you? Her name is Rose. She's great, from Hound Scoop, by the way. Great company. She gives great prices. She's there. I text her, call her anytime. She always answers us. But we're a pretty big customer because we spend, lots of money a year on the bags. But you need somebody like that when you're doing a business like this, especially, like you said, you use them every day. Probably the most used thing, would you say?
Oh yeah. In the business? Yeah. We definitely spend the most money on bags.
Right.
And I was going to say, it's nice that the relationship you have with Rose, because we get discounts and because they're expensive. Yeah. Definitely the most expensive thing we buy as well.
Yeah. That's the
and the most important.
Yeah. And you learn, right? If you get a bag, we've talked about this. You're changing the pet station out. You have bag rips. You're drinking some duty water crap shit. It's not good. So you got to have the right ply. And how do you find out? Oh, let's try this one. And that one sucked because I ate some duty. So the next time.
Wait.
You do a lot of eating.
I'm confused though. Am I drinking the duty or eating? Because it started with, am I doing
Depends
both?
on what you like.
This makes me physically nauseous, by the way, just even talking about
I think we should talk about it more than
of course.
We could bring some next time.
Why are you testing the bag directly above your face?
He's like, hold on, taste check.
Yeah, like
we're good. This one can go.
Like you want to see the bottom leaks? You're like, let me get
Let me plug this hole with my mouth.
No, but there's a ply, the ply of the bag.
That's what Joe used to do with his kids when they were young. Here, stand here. I got to test out bag number 3.
That's
Dad. Oh, this one just exploded all over you. We're not going with bag 3. Done. Let's go take a shower.
I got poopy in my hand, Daddy. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, bags are uber important, and the right ply and the right, price especially makes a big difference. So, when you have somebody like Rose from Hound Scoop, if I text her today and say I need more of something, I have a standing order she sends me every Friday. And if, we started using different kind of bags, like a pull bag, which is different than a box bag, and that's lingo for the business.
So how is it? How would, if someone's listening that has a franchise of something else and they just want some tips, bags in this case is pretty big when it comes to yard sweepers, but maybe not all franchises.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing residential only, then you don't need the actual pickup bags because you're not doing pet stations.
Right.
You just need trash bags and a scoop.
Right, which is the girl that we talked about, the lady in Ohio that has a pet waste. Her business is strictly residential, no commercial.
Yes, she doesn't even deal with.
Yeah. And she loves it, happy, making enough money.
No bags at all?
No.
Well,
I mean,
trash bags
yeah.
for like putting the poop in and then disposing of it. But
right.
She doesn't deal with like refilling pickup bags that people use to actually pick up the poop. She's just scooping and throwing
right.
out.
But she's got like 4 cars. She's great. I mean, she's got her own podcast. It's really good. We had talked about. I hadn't talked with her ever, but I would love to have her as a guest, or I'd be a guest on her because, I mean, we do the same thing basically. And maybe, she could show me some stuff because I do have a residential route that I have one guy doing. But most of the big part of the business is the commercial. But maybe, when you put 2 minds like that together that have been doing this long enough, she could say, hey, have you tried this with your residential?
What is her name again?
Scooping,
something Crouppen.
Something
Scooping with Crouppen is the podcast, but I don't remember her name. But then, I could say, hey, have you thought about this when doing a commercial? Because her biggest thing is we have a car, we don't have a truck. How would I do it? But it's very feasible to do. And, I think that would be beneficial to both of us. But
I doubt that on day one of the business starting 18 years ago, you were using the bags that you're using now. So what was that process like? The research, aside from testing it over the heads of your children,
which was,
and then locking in this deal with Rose.
Very beneficial. Well, I think for us, Rose came along later when we were well established. The first, 6-7 years, I got the bags where I can get the bags. Finally, Duty Doggy Pot. Doggy Pot is a big company, but they're really expensive for their bags. So eventually, when we had when we were knew we were going to spend on bags, we searched and we found, and eventually we got to Rose and struck a deal with her. And I told her, look, this is what I'm going to be doing a year with you. So where can we get the price? So once you go to a year, not a contract, she knows I'm not, where am I going to go? It's a very, we quickly learned that it's a very small niche.
Niche, I think. Niche.
I don't really like the way you say niche. You should just say niche.
Is it the chin niche?
You're really overly enunciating that.
We do that.
I feel good about it. Niche.
Nobody spends that much time saying that one word. Just
no, but is it niche? Niche?
It's not niche. It's definitely not niche.
So it's niche. Niche. Nosh.
Okay, who cares?
I'm noshing.
Just pick a different word.
But the spirit who supply the bags around the country. Like I tried thinking about, let's go to China and get a whole pallet over, but then you got
China,
all these codes and all these different things to get it out of.
Wait, would you physically travel to China?
No,
and
I would
find the bags and bring
them. I would
time
travel to China.
Okay,
because I go back and get a better price. Anyway, but I thought about it. But to get a whole pallet in would be great money, but to pay the tariffs and everything to get it out of the port was ridiculous.
Right. Have you tried like the knockoff things like Temu? Because I have a feeling that would end up with some poop on your face.
What's Temu? What the hell's a Temu?
What is that like?
It's like Chinese Amazon.
Oh.
eBay?
I could try
I didn't know what Temu was either.
Well, now we know. We're in the know. That's good.
Yeah.
Now we know. Yeah, so the relationships that we've gained are wonderful. And that's another aspect of what I'm saying. We've done the work. We can put you in a place when you start. We started somewhere. You tell me where you're starting, and now I have all these other things that we've learned in 15 years or 18 years of doing this, like that's a huge thing for somebody that says.
That's a what?
That's a huge
With a Y.
huge. What is there a problem with huge? What the f***'s happening? Huge niche. It's a huge niche.
That word has an H.
Huge niche. Huge niche. You guys are pissing me
It's
off.
a huge
Now I'm getting pissed off.
niche.
We're talking about your bag.
Emu.
Can we focus on bags? It's a huge.
You've always said that word that way too.
Niche.
Huge.
Pizza.
Huge.
Pizza.
It's a huge.
I'm
food
not going to
store.
challenge the great Italian on how the proper pronunciation of pizza is or anything
Right.
else.
Yeah, I mean that. Would
But
be
a
loss.
word that starts with H should have the H pronounced.
So it's a huge.
Do you also say, hello, my name is Joe?
I could.
Hello.
Let's go fly in the helicopter.
In the huge helicopter.
So you're saying it should be huge?
Yeah, absolutely.
It should be huge.
I love how you're saying it like it sounds dumb and it just is right.
That's just
Yeah,
how
it should be
huge.
So you're actually not listening to what I'm saying. You're listening to how I'm saying. I want to be clear.
100%.
All right.
What about you?
Yeah, I haven't retained a single word.
There. What are we talking
Big
about?
surprise there.
Yeah, where am I?
Are we in China still?
Well, we could be.
Okay.
So when is the big day?
August 1st, 30 days away.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So today we're gonna be looking at an apartment that includes all the amenities that you guys asked for. Do you have a washer and dryer?
No, we do not.
That's okay, we have facilities and you can also rent from us. Oh, this is one of our residents, Howard.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm just out here taking Regis and Kathy Lee here for a walk.
Yeah, and I'm just showing them an apartment today.
Oh, great. That means the three of us need to probably find a new spot. All right, see you later.
Oh, this also reminds me, we are extremely pet friendly. Do either of you have pets?
No, we don't.
Ah, that may change as soon as you move into this community. Oh, what happened? I was just leaving you a little present. See, I have this for you. This little bag. Scoop it up and put it right in there.
Is this normal? What the crap?
You have got to be kidding me. Let's get out of here.
But we're pet friendly. Lost another one.
You know, it didn't have to be this way. Don't lose leases because of the feces. Yard sweepers. #1 in the #2 business.
So where are we? We're talking bags.
I had a question. When you first started the business, were you even like how many bags would you buy? Because you didn't have this many customers.
Yeah, not like a fifth of what we buy now, and we'd have it for a couple months.
Yeah. So like,
Please tell me you initially bought like those like takeout, like thank you, like white bags, and you just walked around with those. You can get those in bulk. No?
You had to see my setup.
Yeah, I was young.
I
I
had
don't
4
remember.
big garbage cans on the back of my truck, and it would stink in my. Oh God, my neighbor's like, please get the out of here, move. Anyway, but hey, it was worth it. I mean, we started in 06. Here we are, almost 20 years later, sitting here doing a podcast. So anything is possible. Trust
It's
me,
amazing.
anything is possible. All right, what do we got? We got a game.
We got a game. Well, the
Without
theme is
Victoria, though.
well, that's true. The great Victoria is out, so that means the man behind the curtain is going to have to be contestant number 3.
I like it.
The
All right.
other Joe.
The other Joe.
All right, so the theme is bags, bags, bags. So everything in this game is going to be a bag of some sort, backed by popularity. We're doing the prices right.
By popularity.
Mm-hmm.
Popular demand? Maybe?
Maybe so.
Okay. got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Backed by the huge popularity that this game has been. Price is
Hello.
right.
Hello, mate.
With a little bit of a twist.
What are you writing over there?
Notes. How do you think? How do you think this doesn't happen overnight?
We
you know
played
how
the
much
game
time-
4
Do you know how much time? You know how much time goes into each podcast?
You did win
Directors
minutes.
directors take notes.
Yeah.
Just like leaders are readers, directors
You know
take notes.
Scorsese? You met heard of him?
Can anybody read what he wrote? Not at all.
No.
All right, so the game is The Price is Right. The theme is bags, bags, bags. You guys will each take turns making your best bid on the price. Closest without going over wins. And the only twist is to make it a little bit easier for you guys.
Oh, was it hard for us last time? Or?
It seemed a bit difficult.
Yes. Me and Vic were like, our bids were not good at all.
I still don't really.
Let's use Eric.
No, I
mean,
get it now. I wasn't. I did forgot. If you go over, you lose automatically. So me bidding $1 underneath you was just really
the dumbest thing you could possibly do. I got
bid
it.
$1
We tried telling you at that moment,
Now
but
I understand. It's trial and
it's
error.
in my
Now
eyes.
I get it.
So it's the closest to the actual retail price without going over. If you are 1 penny over, you're immediately out from that entire round. You cannot do that. And the twist is these items are in ascending price order. So whatever you find out the retail price of item number 1, you know this, ascending. You know that the second item will be more expensive. Yes, not descending.
I heard descending.
Ascending.
I don't know what I heard.
All right, let's put up the first bag, please.
I'm not certain these are going to be in ascending order.
I really hope so. That's how I sent it to you. Yes, it was the
That's how
order.
you sent it to me?
Huh?
Hold on, let me.
So
You should see Brian's face. He's
I can see it.
so
One job. You should see
one job.
I see it now.
The man behind the curtain.
All right, hold on. Nobody look at the screws.
Yeah. Don't look, Doug. Don't look.
Yes. Bag number 1, please. This, of course, is
I know what that is.
the very popular Cage backpack.
You knew that?
This is
I didn't think you knew
something you can own yourself. Nicolas Cage backpack. I'm going to read some of the description. So it's multi-purpose. This is a great pack for daily use. Lightweight carrying and perfect for work, weekend getaway, traveling, hiking, Joe, camping, hunting is on the description, trekking, cycling, and all other outdoor activities.
Why is his nose on top? Like, it's just got a nose. Is it?
They basically wanted as much Nicolas Cage on this bag as I think my favorite is the little side pocket.
Yeah.
They didn't skimp. They didn't skimp.
I like the zipper over, like it's his mustache. That's pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, but is it Cage from like Valley Girl, or is it Cage from
Do you recognize this Cage?
It looks like Snake Eyes. Yeah, clearly.
Snake Eyes?
Snake Eyes.
All right.
I mean, who wouldn't want this?
It's not down here.
You know,
it's a have to have.
especially when you go hunting, Joe.
Yeah, because it's very low key. You can't really see it.
So
I feel
we're
like
gonna have Douglas start, which means Joe will have to start on round 3, which I think is balanced.
Right. So I'm going. Which am I
I'm
going?
going now.
Douglas goes first.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go $30.
Even.
Yep.
Okay. Man behind the curtain.
I'm going to do 21.
21 even. Okay.
30.01.
30.01. Actual retail price $29.99. You were listen, he's still celebrating. He's still celebrating. He still doesn't understand. You are literally
Wait, let me hear the price. What's your price?
$29.99. You literally were 1 penny over, which was the example we gave at the beginning. So both Boscos are out. Man behind the curtain wins round 1.
He's in a clean sweep.
No,
All right.
What? You giving up already?
Now, what does that mean for item number 2, Joe?
1 cent over. That means
I
almost had it
no.
exactly.
What I'm just asking. Now,
The next price is going to be higher than
the next item
$29.99.
has to be higher than $29.99. All right, here we go. This is, of course, the famous original Chum Buddy shark sleeping bag. Take a look, Chum Buddy. Take a look.
That's not a kid.
That's a huge adult.
Yeah.
Right.
Like human.
Huge.
So the description says you'll be sleeping with the fishes when you slip into this shark sleeping bag. This sleeping bag also works well as a body pillow or as the most threatening weapon you could wield in a pillow fight. and makes a really cool gift to complement a Shark Week Marathon sleepover party. So when you're sleeping, that's how you look. You can obviously carry it around with what appears to be difficulty, or you could just walk around like that around the house.
I have so many questions. So it's hollow, but it doesn't look hollow.
It is a sleeping bag. Yes, it is hollow.
But that doesn't look right.
I feel like you're really stretching the definition of bag.
Well, maybe that one on the left, he ate a couple children beforehand.
I'd lose 140 pounds in one night. I'd sweat my ass off in that thing.
It's the Chum Buddy.
Chum Buddy.
All right. Man behind the curtain gets the first bid. Remember, it has to be more expensive than $29.99.
So if you say 20, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
It's a lot of material here. I feel like I'm gonna do $36.49.
$36.49.
Brian can remember.
Joe?
What if somebody gets exact? We just end the game.
Oh, double points. But trust me, you won't.
You win the Showcase Showdown.
Douglas has no idea what that is.
$49.99.
$49.99. And last but not least?
So can't go over. What did Joe say?
$34.95, I think, something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think strategically.
What did you say?
$49.99.
So I'll just go like in the middle.
If you're going to go in the middle, you would guess really close to what Joe bid, right? So you have all that ground to make up. What the is happening?
But what if I want to go $1 more than you?
Well, that wouldn't even be strategic. What would be better is go 1 penny more than him, so that there's no chance.
I want to do that.
Okay. So you said $49.99, and the strategic choice here by your brilliant son is $50 even, correct? Actual retail price, $379. Douglas gets the win for this one. That is how you play right there.
Yeah. You did it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was helping you again. That was mine. You were going to go right by Joe.
I'm going over every time.
All right. Last but not least, and keep in mind, this third and final item has to be more expensive than $379. Here is a bag, also known as a purse. It is called the Sandwich Lightly Toasted Purse. That is an actual purse that you can actually purchase.
Is that the actual name, Toasted?
It is called the Sandwich Lightly Toasted.
Looks like pastrami.
I was going to say, like, yeah, it looks like.
So let me read the description, because I'm sure this will help you with your pricing. Indulge in this Sandwich Lightly Toasted soft crystal handbag, which continues our tradition of love for fun food. With an enamel interior and a crystal-covered exterior featuring lettuce and cheese, it is complete with champagne and beige crystals to create a fresh, out-of-the-toaster effect. It must be more expensive than $379, and Mr. Bosco goes first.
Who goes second?
We go clockwise.
$404.10.
$4,404.10. Okay,
$404.10. I'll write it down.
Please do. Good gracious. All right.
I want to do
Douglas?
higher.
Okay. Just remember that the man behind the curtain goes last. He could easily go 1 penny more than you.
Never. You go.
300. 200. Wait. I want to go 301.
Are you sure?
That's it.
Is that?
No. Are you sure? Are you locked in?
I'm so out of here.
Now hold on.
Well, I don't want to lock it in then.
So Douglas, I will.
I really have
Douglas,
no idea.
I will remind you one more time. The item must be more expensive than the item before, which was the original Chum Buddy Shark sleeping bag. That retailed at $379. So if you went 301, yeah.
I want to go 1 cent more than that.
Okay, $379.01, correct?
Yeah.
That's what he's going with. And
Is that not a good bet?
And Mr. Joe Woolworth behind the curtain?
It's my child. I think, what was Bosco, 404?
404.
404.10.
All right, so 404.11.
Actual retail price, $8,995. Joe Woolworth wins. And once again, we end with a three-way tie.
What did you guess?
Why is that stupid though? I couldn't go over.
We don't end with 3 or 10.
Angry.
I won 2.
Well,
Oh,
because
you won
if
2.
it was-
That's right.
and
I
you were
had that. I thought that was one.
You guessed 3. If you want to guess 380, which would be, I think, dumb. That's why you notice where I guessed about $25 higher. Figuring it's
So
definitely
I
higher.
only had that 25.
Way off.
That's it. That's all you had.
Way
is
off.
that $30.
That's what I wanted.
You of all people should know that the sandwich lightly toasted is in
Right.
the thousands.
What if
Well,
it was
wasn't
not
the white
toasted?
bread
Yeah.
bag. The white
That's
bread
what I'm
bag without being toasted is $4,400.
Well, the shark was $300 though.
Yep. But this was a purse that is
Bedazzled
swanky.
to bedazzled.
I wonder how much the Subway sandwich version is.
It's probably huge.
Oh, it's definitely huge.
You didn't say it. You didn't say an H.
You're right. I'm trying
On
to copy
purpose.
you.
On purpose.
So that's
I didn't say on purpose.
Follow us. I'm smack the shit out of that like button. Love you guys. Bye.
All right. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. This episode is complete. If you want to be number 1 in the number 2 business, be sure to check out yardsweepers.net and learn more about becoming a franchise owner. This podcast is produced at Podcast Carry and brought to you by Yard Sweepers. Be sure to subscribe wherever you download your podcasts.